And welcome to another weekly analysis on EMini futures. We're going to start with the S&P 500 index futures. Today is Saturday, April 15th, looking into the week of April 17th. And I'm going to start with a broader picture here to show you that we're looking at this W structure here, which stands for like a bullish trend, and hence that particular level is very important for us to hold from the bottom. So it's testing this 4176 level from the bottom, and if that is broken, I'm actually already pretty bullish in my trades. So I take full positions in bullish trades and 1/3 positions in bearish trades, and want to show you some channel drawing here so that we can really correlate here. And the first one is right around there. I don't need to be really precise here, and the second one is right there, and let's see if we have another one for, I can say that's the one. So if you see here, that's the .com crash, that's the subprime crash, and ignoring the crash for COVID-19, that's our current, I would call, let's say, inflation crash, and the 2022 inflation crash. So if you look at these ones, we test on the top side of the channel multiple times and we are selling off. So if you see here, that's the same thing. We have tested multiple times on the top side of the channel and we're selling off. But look here what's happening here now, and I will zoom in here. We tested the top side and we broke out, and that's where once I called out that hey, we did not confirm, but then we have confirmed, and that's where I also took a longer positions here because we confirmed. So I took a longer around this 3800. I got in some of the long-term stocks that I wanted, and also I bought some ES there, and we have confirmed that hey, we are still in holding that breakout. Hence for me this W is important because this level needs to hold, and obviously after that the next level that he needs to break is that here. So let's say right here around here, and if I focus on where we're going to look in the next week is right around that level there. So I'm going to put a level here. I'm not going to draw much beyond that because I just want to focus between these two levels here. What has happened is that strong bullish trend, and we'll talk about volume and the time, and hence why I'm a little bit cautious here. And then it has broken out and it's consolidating to the side. But look at the volume here. So pretty low volume on these squeeze here, and this is the time when there are really the market is pretty weak in terms of volume because the bigger hands are not there, and when they come back they would really move the market. And how do I know that? I'm not just looking at this data, I'm also looking at the VIX futures here, and if you see the futures are actually climbing up here going into June, July and August. So expect some high volatility going all the way till December. Had it been a little bit different on this VIX futures, I would have still had quite a bit of confidence in my bullish trend, which is why I'm a little bit worried. And said that, let's actually jump into the daily here, and I'm going to just take 5 years. And if you look at the daily, we had consolidation, we sold off. We are consolidating to the side. Why we are consolidating? Because there have been a lot of selling orders and the buyers are taking each of those selling orders. So far, if you look here, And if we draw like a small trend right around here, let's start from like right there. I want some trend lines, so let me get to trend lines here. That's one trend line there. That's another trend line there. And I want to shorten this one out. And actually, let's do this way also. And we're gonna add a flag here. If you see, that literally looks like a bull pennant. It came up, tested the bottom of the trend line, making higher lows, hasn't made yet higher highs, but I would expect it to come and test the bottom of this trend line, and hence 41.27, something like that, is where I'm expecting. So a little bit right here, so let's say 41.30. So I'll add there one somewhere here. I would expect it to test that 41.27, 41.30 area and then break out. And I will take along here, because for me, if to get into a short, I need 4100 broken, so 4090 broken, and if that happens, then I'm getting into a short, or else I am cautious, but I am going to keep trading the bullish full positions and bearish around 1/3 positions. That's the plan going into next week. I don't want to talk more about that in terms of the hourly or the 6 hourlies, but I do want to dive into a 15-minute one here to show you a few things here that I think are a little bit important to understand. And let's do daily here. And this is just 5 days. I hope let's do 20 days, 30 minutes. Okay, so whenever you're trading in these kind of ranges, and if you're intraday or you're a swing trader like me, I want you to know that what is the liquidation happening here. So let's say you are trading this here, this particular move. The market opened, this particular move here. Whatever the market opened, let's see when did the market open. So market opened here, and this is a 30 minutes, and if you see, it just continued. This is continue. No, that's the wrong one. Let me actually get to this market open here. Yeah, so the market opened here, and there was no continuation. It fell, and there was a strong rejection, and that's your cue that, hey, I want to take a long there because there was a rejection here. The market squeezed up, retest that rejection, and that's your cue to take a long here. If you took a long here, see what happened. It was a 41.20 and it went all the way down to 41.13. I actually took a long on this red candle and this one, and my stop was right around here on this right on the bottom of this one. So that's around 41.8, almost 12 point stop. So this particular effect where it actually goes below this rejection here is known as a liquidation effect. What it's trying to do is just trying to, so people who are like me who took a long, they may have some stops here, and what the algos are trying to do is stop hunt, and they are trying to get all those stop hunt done, and then once they get the stop basically the orders, then they take you up all the way up. So I started a swing there, and then I continued that across the days on this particular pattern. It's important to realize this going into the future also. So let me talk about a short here that I took. Exactly same thing. This was a level from my last week. Went 41.88. I took a short there, and it just did not retest that at all. I bet my money on this one. It'll going to retest that in regular trading hours, and it's going to break out on the top, take all the stops, and then sell off at that point of time. So when this kind of scenario happens, you can do two things. Either you do like as I did, find a support before that where you put a stop loss, or let's say I'll add a, so you are waiting for to take a long here. If let's say you did not take a short here, you just want to take a long here, and you did not get a chance to confirm here, so you did not confirm, let go of that trade. Next morning when you come in, the market gaps up obviously, and you have seen that okay, the market gaps up. What do I do on this green candle? When it actually breaks above this particular level, you can go long, and pretty much you can at that point of time put a stop here, and then obviously your first level is here and the second level is the next up here. So this would really help you of not getting stopped out continuously, and always in a way making sure that you are protecting your risk for sure, but also not getting stopped out continuously by the algos. So this is another thing that I want to talk to you, and just show how I trade around these whole algo plays. Now, am I 100% successful all the time? No, I'm not. I also get stopped out, but it does work at a very high percentage in this particular rate. I haven't really back tested this to give you the right data on this one, and that's one of the tasks that I have on my list, to really back test this and see if it really supports, if my hypothesis, the data supports my hypothesis. So that's what I want to talk to you about today. As always, keep your stop losses tight, your losses small, and your profit at large. Thank you for listening.